Amazon Labor Union President Chris Smalls joins us today to give some updates on the ongoing legal disputes and lawsuits with the mega corporation. Welcome, Chris. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So I want to get into it. Andy Jassy has a bad habit of running his mouth. There's a lot of union busting on the hands of Amazon. Can you tell us what the latest is?
Yeah, absolutely. He broken the law over the summer. He had an interview that was on CNBC, and he said some illegal things pertaining to our union, the election results. So we were able to file the unfair labor practice law against those comments. The NLRB has found some merit as far as it being illegal, what he said. And we are now in the process of actually going to trial, hopefully, or some type of hearing about those comments in the next few weeks. So hopefully one day there'll be opportunity where we'll have to, meet up in Seattle and address these comments and address Andy Jassy himself in person. So we're looking forward to that. I spoke to my general counsel a few days ago, and they have made me aware of the board being Jennifer Abruzzo, who has been very, very good for labor ever since she's been appointed. She is definitely trying to review these cases and expedite them so that we can move forward with these charges.
What is the current state of the union outside of the legal battle that you're currently having? What's the membership like? Have you all had elections for leadership? Give us a status update.
Yeah, well, right now, the union itself is in a standstill, basically with the board still. Unfortunately, because of the way our laws are designed and the way the system is, Amazon is using this against us. They appealed our election results, which we were able to defeat them in court over the 25 objections. But after that, we've been certified by the board, and now they're appealing our certification. So as far as the contract and the clock for the contract, it hasn't even begun yet. We haven't gotten a bargain order yet, so we're not able to bargain with the company until we get that bargaining order, which once again the board has the decision to make. And once that decision is made, we will absolutely file our bargaining order immediately. And that clock will begin if Amazon doesn't appeal, which we know and expect they will. So right now, currently, what we're doing is just continue to organize and engage with our members. We have 8,300 plus, that gets hired and fired every week. Amazon is hiring right now as we speak and firing people, targeting our organizers and et cetera. So for us, it's just keeping members engaged, educated, and informed. That's all we can do. And my team has done a great job with that. Our office has been around for over a year, 5 minutes away from the building. We have done a series of trainings, shop stewardess. We expanded our executive board. We have over 14 members on there. We have done a lot of great things in our community, standing up in different rallies, taking up different stances as far as writing bills. The warehouse protection bill, spearheaded by Jessica Ramos. We're now signed on to the Tiffy Caban, another New York State senator who's fighting for us as well. So we're just, once again, just organizing in several different ways and keeping our members engaged until we get to that contract.
So you have thousands of workers at JFK 8 that voted for a union, and it's a standstill. It's not sustainable for labor and working people in the country to have an NLRB fighting against these mega corporations like Amazon that have infinite almost resources when it comes to fighting these lawsuits and appealing back and forth and dragging this out in the courts before workers who have voted to unionize get recognized and can bargain a contract. What do you want to see maybe the Biden administration or members of Congress do so that's not an ongoing standstill for many years when you have workers that have actually voted to unionize and are being denied that because Amazon's holding this up in the courts, which they have the resources to do for quite some time? Who do you want to see step in? What would you like them to do?
Well, absolutely. The Biden administration has a responsibility to the working class people, and not just, Amazon, any industry, the Starbucks campaign as well. And, all the other industries that are unionized. We just had the strippers unionized. Congratulations to them. And, we shouldn't have to wait. I'm in a country right now where Canada, which is right over the border, where if you win your election, it's immediate. It's automatic bargaining with the company. And these are the type of laws that we need in America. I would love to see immediate automatic bargaining right after these election results come back. There shouldn't be no dispute. The corporations shouldn't have the opportunity to drag these out for in the courts for years. And also the fact that you're right, these workers are expecting the NLRB to do the right thing. They voted using this process. As a labor leader, how am I supposed to usher people into this process if the process is a dead end or a stalemate? So for the NLRB, for the Biden administration, for any politician in America, labor should be something that is definitely something they're fighting for. And to progress, we have a lot of laws that are outdated, especially ones from the 1930s. We saw how Biden used the 1945 law to stop the railroad strike last year. These things shouldn't happen in 2023. So I'm putting pressure on the Biden administration to do better. I understand that there's a budget issue with the NLRB and they're understaffed, but these things shouldn't be happening when you have labor on the uprising. We have to be prepared for that, and we have to make some laws that are going to help the working class people in this time that we live in.
I want to give you an opportunity to respond to some recent criticism that ran in the New York Times about your organizing efforts. Tristan Martinez, who was a JFK employee who says he helped you organize workers earlier on in the union fight, accused you of flying all over the world and basically not being on the ground to actually help them organize workers at that time. What's your response?
Well, that's easy. I mean, as a president of any union, that is our job, is to make sure that we amplifying our efforts in other spaces. This is a worker-led union, so I don't have the opportunity to walk into an Amazon facility. We all know that. If I show up on any Amazon property, they call the police. I've been arrested. I've sat in jail last year. I've been accosted by police at every Amazon building I visit, whether it's in JFK or whether it's in Kentucky or, whether it's upstate New York. They call the police on me every time they see my presence. So I have to be very careful. I do have to make sure I'm not being in jail, or else I'm no use to anybody. And as far as organizing, it's a worker-led union. The organizers that I organize with are not in the media. So I don't care about critics and opinions. Everybody's entitled to have their own opinions. But I know our work speaks for ourselves. And the work that we put in every day is always going to be towards the union, no matter where I'm at. The union doesn't pack up and leave when I leave town. And it's 365 days in a year. I spent over 300 days at that bus stop across the street. I sacrificed plenty of time away from my children, away from my family, away from my loved ones. I'm only one person at the end of the day. I'm not going to be the make or break of any union. As a worker-led union, it's up to the organizers in the building to step up to leadership. I'm an intern. Our elections will happen after we get the CBA agreement. So, for Tristan and any other organizer at JFK, they understand being a worker-led union. This is their union. It's only as strong as they want it to be.
Yep, with the cost of living and jobs in the economy as top issues for people voting and making the decision as to who they want to be president in 2024. With wages stagnant since 1970, it does seem that the response is strong unions in the United States of America. So thank you so much for your work on this front. Chris, thank you for talking to us. More rising after this.
Thank you for having me.